It wasn't that long ago that Donkey Kong Bananza launched, with the echoes of Oh Banana still rippling through our homes. It's quite surprising then that Bananza has already received its first DLC expansion with DK Island and Emerald Rush, especially as these are paid editions. The DLC invites players to return to DK Island, and by return, it means only if you are a fan of the series enough to recognize it from past games. It doesn't actually feature in the base game at all. There you can explore and smash at will, as well as see familiar faces like Dixie Kong, Diddy Kong, Rambi, and Cranky Kong. But they were in Bonanza anyway, so I guess Squawk is the only real new addition here. On top of that, there's the new Emerald Rush mode, which challenges you to revisit layers that were in the base game to smash and collect enough emeralds to fill your quota within the fixed time limit. Collect enough, and you continue to the next round, but fall short, and it's game over.
Donkey Kong gets a little roguelike. Let's start with what I love most about the DLC. DK Island is a great area full of nostalgia for Donkey Kong fans. My personal favorite is the rock formation off the main island in the shape of the bongos from Donkey Konga, which you can actually bounce on. There's also the ship from the first two Donkey Kong Country games, DK's house with the poster of Candy Kong inside, and even DK's precious banana hoard. You've got lots of returning characters just hanging out here for you to chat to. Sadly, there's still no Funky Kong, but perhaps the surfboard is a subtle nod to his absence. If you want to splash out some Banandium chips, you can purchase statues of various DK series characters from Squawk that then get dumped around the island. One pleasant surprise to what I thought might just be a nice-looking area filled with fan service is that there was a nice little Banandium tone puzzle to solve that had me scratching my head for a hot minute or two. I do love a good puzzle. But all in all, it's a fairly thin nostalgia sandbox. The Emerald Rush mode has different difficulties, each with its own emerald quota. The challenge lies in the fact that you don't have any of DK's abilities here by default, and instead you must find them by smashing big Banandium jams, after which you'll get a random ability. When the time runs out, providing you've hit your quota, you move on to the next round with an increased quota. It's basically like your real-life career, where the reward for hard work is harder work, but with bananas. Finding and smashing fossils also allows you to choose another new perk or upgrade. So the further you get in a run, the more powered up you are, guaranteeing that no two runs are alike. In this way, Emerald Rush manages to put a roguelike spin on the Bonanza gameplay, which I'm sure many fans will enjoy. But as I smashed emerald after emerald, racing against the clock, I couldn't help but wonder, why am I doing this? So it's exactly like your real-life career. Completing runs earns you Banandium chips, as well as unlocking Emerald Rush in new layers, new perks, music, and clothing, sure. But it's nothing to write home to DK Island about.
Is the DLC worth it?
The DLC is priced at £19.99/£16.99, and while DK Island is a nice fan service touch for longtime admirers of our favorite ape and his buddies, it feels a bit steep for what is essentially just a new mode. That's likely why Nintendo managed to deliver some DLC so quickly. There's not much to it. Even my husband, the biggest DK fan I know, thought the price was, well, bananas. Bonanza was a great game because it allowed you to play at your own pace, destroying layers, exploring every inch, and uncovering every collectible. Putting a time limit on it to simply smash and grab against the clock just didn't feel as appealing to me, especially when there doesn't seem to be much payoff for doing all this. However, I'm sure there are plenty of fans who will enjoy Emerald Rush more than me, as I've never been a big fan of timed modes or roguelikes. Still, even they might question why this wasn't just included in the base game as post-game content.